Adopt a new method of money? For what? Well, wouldn't you like to know? I've been thinking about the psychological impact money has on a person and why we're so drawn towards it. Okay, at this point, you're probably thinking to yourself, what in the heck is this guy talking about? Before you write me off and click the big old bad thumbs down button, hear me out. Let's start this off with the most basic and obvious question I can ask. Why do people love cash so much? And why does it make us so excited? I think this is a no-brainer, right? Who doesn't like to see a nice amount of cash in their bank, and at the end of the day, it's purchasing power. It's just that simple. But here's where it gets interesting. In order to constitute as money, 5 major characteristics must be identified. The first out the gate, divisibility, requires various forms of denominations. Second, durability, endures multiple exchanges and has implemented counterfeiting measures. Third, and my favorite of them all, scarcity, only valuable if, keyword, if in limited supply. Let that one sink in for a moment. Fourth, uniformity and acceptability, demonstrates a standardized appearance and identifies as a monetary currency for exchange. And last out the chute, fungibility, interchangeable with more than one asset and implies equal value between an asset or currency. So what's the point of mentioning any of that? We all like money since it provides for our fundamental survival necessities and allows us to purchase those items we desire the most in this life. However, is there a limit on cash? And ask yourself this question: is cash truly scarce? Or is it just because we say it is? Why aren't we taking the time to think about this? When there's so much currency being printed at will and everyone is constantly chasing more and more of it, why don't people take a second to think about whether or not cash is losing value? Let's say today is your lucky day and some random person is prepared to give you $10,000 in cash for no apparent reason. However, here's the catch. That same random person tells you, as long as that same $10,000 in cash I give you today gains value over the next year without you doing anything with it, I'll give you another $10,000. But if it doesn't, I'll simply take it back. No harm, no foul. Damn, that sucks. What was the point in that? Whenever I try to share the value of precious metals with friends and family, for the most part, I'm always hearing the same responses. I need to save up a little bit more. I don't have enough money to be buying that. There's not enough return for me. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the best one of them all. They look at me like they're interested, but I know they're not. I think the disconnect associated with gold and silver is due to the lack of awareness. It's just not advertised out there like everything else regarding money. Here's a pretty fair assumption. Not every single person invests every single dollar or desires to take on too much risk. And trust me, I like to bet on the safer side of things as well. So, how does a person adopt or attempt to learn another form of money that has been around longer than cash? Especially if this is the only money they've ever known all their life. What if I told you that you could convert your cash into an asset that appreciates over time rather than remaining stagnant and lose value no matter what happens or what you do? And before I forget, that asset is acknowledged as a tier 1 asset, which means it's literally a no-risk asset. If you want a better understanding of what I'm trying to say, go check out my video, Inflation Loves Stimulus. It's a really short video that you might have to watch a couple of times to grasp. But if you take the time to understand, you just might find something quite interesting. Let's make it a little bit more interesting and paint a better picture of the gold price performance over the last 10 years. For every year that I share the gold price, it'll be in January at the beginning of the month. In 2011, gold was $1,376. In 2012, $1,590. In 2013, $1,632.25. 2014, $1,246.25. 2015, $1,210.25. 2016, $1,072.70. 2017, $1,148.65. 2018, $1,314.60. 2019, $1,287.95. 2020, $1,520.55. And lastly, 2021, $1,931.95. I also want you to keep in mind, gold performed much better than the prices I just shared with you. Like I mentioned before, I gave you the price point for gold at the beginning of each year. I wanted to be fair without only telling you about the several significant price spikes throughout the year. Since we're already talking about it, I might as well just tell you. The all-time high for gold was $2,063 in August of 2020. In the grand scheme of things, what's more exciting, cash or gold? Gold doesn't corrode, rust, or tarnish, and it's capable of being recycled without limit. Can cash do that? And for good measure, which of the two monies do you believe represents the 5 major characteristics of money most effectively? I'll let you think about it and decide for yourself. Okay, I think this is a good stopping point. I hope you found something a little interesting to enjoy. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. And before you head out, please consider subscribing to my channel and show a little support by hitting the like button. Until next time, have a good day, take care, be safe, and like I always say, let's keep stacking.